Hi, welcome to Yoga with Tracy. I'm Tracy. Today we have a yin practice to create balance from our yang lifestyles. We'll be moving slowly and gently into each of the passive and long-held postures as we work deeply into our connective tissues. A great way to gain flexibility and increase motion in our joints. Before we begin, thank you so much to everyone that has already subscribed to my channel. Any newbies, remember to click on the subscribe button below. For props, grab a block. If you don't have one of these, you can use a folded blanket or towel. And when you're ready, meet me on the mat. Hi everyone. Let's begin today's practice in a position called Sukhasana. It's a cross-legged seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, we want to lengthen through the spine and placing your hands softly on your knees, bringing your focus to your breath as you allow your body and mind to slow down. Taking a nice slow inhalation through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. One more slow inhalation and exhalation. Today's first asana is half butterfly. Drawing your left foot in towards you and stretching your right leg out to the side. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, you can place your block or your other prop underneath your knee. Positioning your torso over your right leg. Gently allow your back to round as you fold over the straight leg. Any back issues, keep the spine neutral. Have your arms resting either side of the leg. Relax your head and allow gravity to do the work. In yin, instead of focusing on the muscles, we actually apply moderate stress to our connective tissues of our bodies, like our fascia, ligaments, joints, and bones. We will be holding each of the asanas for around 2.5 minutes. In yin, you're trying to find your edge. After a while, your body will open more, and you may find you can move the body further into the posture. But remember to relax, no pushing or pulling. Listen to your body, and if you feel any pain, back out of the posture. Focus your attention on your breath. A smooth, steady breath in and out through the nose. Encourage your body to relax as you let gravity do the work. Rolling back up as you push the floor away with your hands. Coming back into a cross-legged seated position, place your hands behind you, fingers facing forwards, moving your shoulder blades towards each other as on an inhale you lift your chest. Keeping the neck relaxed and if comfortable, looking up. Enjoy a few moments in this back bend before we move on to doing half butterfly on the other side. On your next exhale, dropping the chin and carefully coming back to centre. Extending your left leg out to the side as far as comfortable. Using the prop under your knee if that's the modification comfortable for you today. And when you're ready, folding over the left leg. Bringing your focus back to your breath and taking a slow, steady breath. In half butterfly, not only are we focusing on the back of the legs, we are also getting deflection to the whole spine. A lovely release for the lower back, our tendons, ligaments and fascia all along the spine. Once you've come into the appropriate depth, work to find stillness. This will help encourage your body to release further into the posture. Gently coming back up, moving into the seated back bend, crossing the legs, placing your hands behind you, and on an inhale, lifting the chest. Lovely counter pose that also opens up the shoulders and the chest. Exhaling as you slowly drop the chin and carefully coming back to centre. Keeping your hands behind you, bending your knees so that your feet are flat on the floor, feet together. Dropping your knees over to the right and then left. Keep that motion going. Enjoy this counter pose so we get some internal and external rotation to the hips. One more on each side. Moving into a variation of Sphinx pose. Going onto your hands and knees. And then come to lie down on your belly, resting on your forearms. Elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel. If you're feeling too much compression in the lower back, take the forearms forwards, which will lower the chest, or you can rest your head on your hands. Once you've chosen the position you're comfortable with, bending your right knee out to the side, about 90 degrees. Keeping the right foot flexed and your chin parallel to the floor. With this variation of Sphinx pose, you will be feeling a stretch on the right side of your back and right calf. If you are feeling this uncomfortable, come back into the traditional Sphinx pose with both legs straight and about hip width apart. Allow yourself to relax into the posture and allow your focus to remain on your breath. Lengthening your right leg along the floor. Before we move on to the other side, resting your forehead on your hands and then rocking the hips softly side to side. Coming back into stillness, propping yourself back up onto your forearms, bending your left knee out to the side, keeping that foot flexed, making any adjustments, and then coming into stillness. You're doing really well, everyone. All our tissues need to be exercised so they can achieve optimal health. Whilst we remain in these passive long-held poses, we put pressure on the connective tissues, which leads to healthier joints and hydration to the fascia. releasing your leg out of the pose. Resting your forehead on your hands and rocking your hips side to side. That should be feeling really nice. Bringing the hips back to centre and stillness. Placing your hands under your shoulders and using your arm strength to push yourself up. Moving into child's pose, begin by sitting on your heels and slowly fold forwards, bring your chest to your thighs and your forehead to the mat. Reach your arms back alongside your thighs, palms facing up. This is a gorgeous gentle forward fold. A great counter pose before we move on to our next asana. Feel your breath travel along your spine as it's lengthened and stretched. Bring your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up into kneeling. Let's move into the supported bridge. Grab hold of your prop and then come to lie down onto your back. Keep your legs bent, feet flat on the floor. Feet about hip width. Feel your back settling into the floor. Taking hold of your prop, lift the hips just high enough to slide this under the pelvis. You can adjust the height of the prop, find which is right for you today. Arms at your sides. This might be enough for you today. Otherwise, you can fully straighten the legs to create a deeper stress in the lower back, sacrum and hip flexors. And you could raise the arms overhead, which will increase the tension in the lower abdomen and hip flexors. Spend the next few moments finding the right variation for you. If your arms start to tingle overhead, you can place them on your forehead. Once you're ready to come into stillness, make sure the block is under your sacrum and not under the lower back. We want the lumbar spine to be unsupported. Once you've found your edge, holding that posture and relaxing deep into the tissues. This is a really juicy asana, so remember to listen to your body. If you feel any pain or pinching, back out the posture so the sensation ceases. If your arms are overhead, gently bring them back to your sides, starting to bend your knees again and walking the feet towards you. Engage your core muscles and then lift your hips just an inch, just enough to allow you to slide the support away, and then slowly lower your hips. Let's give ourselves a few moments here before we move on. In supported bridge, as we extended the spine, it will feel nice to hug our knees into our chest. A little flexion will be good. Keeping your knees in towards your chest, lengthen your arms out to the sides, about shoulder height, palms facing up. Moving into a supine twist, let your knees drop over to the right. Try and keep both shoulders glued to the floor, and if comfortable for your head, look over towards your left hand. If you find your legs are floating, you can place the prop under your legs. I do love this posture. We get a lovely rotation along the spine and torso and restores spine neutrality and balance to the nervous system. Be still, no pushing or pulling. Notice your breath and how the body moves with each inhalation and exhalation. Drawing your knees and then your head back to centre. And repeating on the other side, dropping the legs over to the left and turning your head to look over to your right side. Invite your body to deeply relax. You've been working really hard today, so we've helped to increase our flexibility and increase our joint mobility. Feel the sensation of the breath. Smooth, steady breath in and out through the nose. Drawing your knees and head back to centre. And hugging your knees into your chest one last time. This should feel nice to rock the hips side to side. Getting a lovely massage to the back and lumbar. Coming back to centre and stillness, releasing the legs and extending them along the mat. Feet about hip width apart and let them fall out. Arms at your sides, slightly away from your torso, with the palms facing up and the fingers softly curling in. Tucking your shoulder blades into your back for support and closing your eyes as we spend the last few minutes in Shavasana. Do try not to skip this, as it integrates the work you've done in the class and allows you to absorb the benefits before continuing with your day or evening. Allow your body to completely relax, including your face and your jaw. Let your breathing occur naturally. Allow yourself to relax as deeply as possible. Enjoy these last few moments for the time that you carved out for yourself today. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Rotate the ankles and wrists one way and then the other. Stretching your arms overhead for full body stretch from fingers to toes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed. Bring your palms together in front of your heart space. Softly opening the eyes. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye and whispering Namaste. If you enjoyed today's class, don't forget to hit the like button below. And please do subscribe to our channel, it's all free. I put out new videos on a regular basis.